see.
Let's go
What are
around.
you saying?
So it's right around the corner.
What's around the corner?
Yavuz Sultan Selim's mosque.
Okay. What about it?
Well, you know, he was actually one of the most successful sultans in his period. So there were.
We are talking about what years?
It was around the mid 1500s, and he basically expanded the territory of the Ottoman Empire by, by 3 times. He made it 3 times larger, and he added Iraq, Lebanon, Syria,
Levant.
Jordan. Yep, exactly, the whole Levant. And also Egypt included, with parts of Libya, into the fold of the empire. He was one of the most successful sultans, and he only did it in a span of 8 years.
Wow.
So that's so look at those 2 buildings there. Beautiful. Like you see
I
that
see it.
star there on top of that one?
Uh-huh.
It's incredible.
Yeah, what about it?
Like, I mean, I don't know the history of it, but
It's beautiful.
look at those stars. Look at it. This is even like a communist red star. Look at it. It's like a Cuban star. And then you see the windows top layers with the colors. Burak, it's incredible. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Beautiful place. So this is the mosque we're in. Look at the magnificence. So this mosque was constructed by Sultan Suleiman. So it's actually named for Yavuz Sultan Selim, who was his father, but it wasn't him that actually built it. It was actually his son Suleiman that built it post-mortem. Yep.
Doesn't have this. No, 1522 AD.
Yeah, so the edifice was built in 1572. Okay, cool. Wow,
Oh, look at the Colosseum.
harika.
It's like Colosseum.
Manzaraya bak. İşte İstanbul
Çok
ya. Ne
close,
kadar
ha?
güzel bir yer. Baksana manzaraya. This is beautiful. Such a beautiful city. See, Burak, do you see Galata Tower there? That's
Yep.
Galata Tower. That's Maslak right across. That's actually the new Justice Tower there.
It looks like a Colosseum, man.
Well, do you see? Look, do you see that port right down there? It's the historic Tersane. That's where they used to build ships. Those are the old shipyards, basically. You know, it looks like a port dock, but they're actually the historic shipyards of the city, where
Which
they used to
ones?
build
Those
the
white ones?
Yes, those white buildings. Those are the shipyards, known as the Tersane. There's actually another shipyard there on the right, where you can see they have some of those ships docked there. Do you see that one ship with the blue on top?
Let me see.
That's also under repair.
The ship is on repair?
Yep. So that's the old shipyard. Those are the shipyards built later on. And that's Galata Tower right over there. That's fabulous. It's got a beautiful view of the city.
The view is excellent, man.
Yeah, and that's the business district, Maslak. You can even see the Asian side from here. You see right next to Galata Tower is the new Çamlıca Tower. And then over there you can see the Asian side. And look, that's Çamlıca Mosque, the new mosque that's being built.
I
You
see
see at
it.
the very top, far away.
It's huge.
Yep. You can even see it straight from here. It's in the vantage point. Perfect. It's beautiful. But this mosque, the grounds, fabulous. Beautiful. Look, this is Yavuz Sultan Selim Mosque. It's just fabulous. Get the architecture, the building,
It is.
the minarets. Do you see the designs on the minaret right below where the muezzin will go up and do the call to prayer? But you see the design, right around it. Those designs are actually designs of the Levant. So after the conquest of Syria and Lebanon, you see a lot of those designs incorporated into the Ottoman fold. And that's actually emblematic of his victory over there, bringing in those flavors of the Mediterranean into. Look, all full of cats.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Istanbul is
cities.
a cat city, man.
Absolutely. City of cats. So we're actually going to visit. I'm going to show you his grave, his tomb. It's beautiful. A lot to see. It's definitely worthwhile.
Let's see what comes up.
Well, the architecture is beautiful.
Is this protected, Omar?
Yeah, that's. So there's a lot of the princes here. So there's two sultans. There's Selim and Abdülmecid, and also a lot of the crown princes. So you have a lot of the graves of the crown
Wow,
princes over
It's a nice
here.
area, man.
Absolutely. I mean, this area is actually a hidden gem of Istanbul. You know, a lot of people don't really know about it. It's off the normal tourist track, but it's actually got one of the best views of the city. Worth seeing. You see all the seagulls? Burak, can you hear them all?
Yeah, I see, man. It's like a seaside.
It is the seaside.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why you have seagulls. Why do you think you have seagulls? Because it's a seaside.
Wow.
Like,
Oh my. Oh, nice view.
phenomenal. Such a beautiful view. See, you can see some of them resting on the top. You know, their view is just incredible.
It's a nice view, I like it.
Yep, it's a beautiful view.
So what area is this again?
So look, right across there, we can see Süleymaniye Mosque. Next to that is the fire tower of Istanbul. And then way back there, you see that's Hagia Sophia. Right at the back with the 4 minarets in the background. That's more wide in terms of its structure. And then to the left, that's New Mosque, which is known as Yeni Cami. And then that's Topkapı Palace.
It's a bit far, man.
Yeah, it's quite far. It's quite far away. See, you know, Burak, Sultan Selim loved the Middle East so much, like what's known today as the Middle East, that they brought all these palm trees. There's some others on the ground too, and they planted them around. And you know, you get that flavor and essence of the Levant. Look at this grave. It's just phenomenal. You know, these are all like the graves of the crown princes. You see, look at it. You know, the architecture around it, it's just incredible. The inscriptions.
Yeah, man. So where
you know, the columns.
So where they come from? Which?
Well, look, as you can see, this is a blend. In terms of architecture, you know, the half arch, it's a blend of Mediterranean culture combined with, you know, the culture of the other side. So you have all the other sorts of cultures combined.
Which side? The Arabic
so
side?
Yeah, it's a mix of Arabic culture combined with you know, Mediterranean culture. But as you see, it's a bit pointy in the middle. The arch itself.
It's Arabic.
Yep. But look at the view. You know, when you look through the view of the city, it's got a top view of, you know, you have the palm tree in the background, and you know, the just the beauty of it. Beautiful. Let's go to the Türbe side.
I've never seen a view like this in Istanbul.
Burak, you can see the beauty of it. I mean, they've restored it, but you know, there's like the Roman style bowls. You know, the Romans would serve their fruits in bowls like this, and it's got the same architectural style that they've adopted basically, you know, while making this. It's just beautiful. You know, the columns and, you know, the inscriptions on it. It's phenomenal, phenomenal. All right, now let's go into the Türbe. Okay, I'll just go in. I'm gonna read that thing. You know, inside there's the Shin stone, as it's known. In Turkish, they call it Shin taşı. So that stone was a stone that they found that Yavuz Sultan Selim, before going to battle towards Mercidabık, saw in his dream. And in his dream, he saw Muhyiddin al-Arabi. Muhyiddin al-Arabi told him to go to a specific point outside Damascus. He went to that point, and he said, "I'm there." they found a garbage area, like, you know, it was a garbage lot at the time, an empty lot. They uncovered that area and they found Muhyiddin Arabi's grave, together with his gravestone. So inside they have a stone that's known as the Shinshin Taşı, which is his gravestone that they brought back. And in his dream, he saw Muhyiddin Arabi tell him that he has to go on an expedition. And upon that is when he went on an expedition, on his horse. Yeah, so, yep. But it's well worth going inside and looking. But, you know, they don't, you know, we can't really go in right now. Okay. I'm looking. What I want to do is I want to take you to Ismaila Mosque.
Okay.
What makes that mosque very special and different from the other mosques is that Ismaila Mosque is an interesting mosque because it's actually built in the form of a cube. There is an extension that they added.
Cube, right?
Yep, exactly. And there is an extension to it that they added later on. But what makes it very significant and different is that that cube, the measurements are the same measurements as the Kaaba in Mecca, in Saudi Arabia. Yep, exactly.
So they went there and got the measurements?
I believe so. I believe so. I mean, I don't know how they actually did it back in the day. Like, you know, if someone went there and measured it, but exactly, or they got it from maybe the archaeological survey or something. Because, you know, the Ottomans did have a lot of record keeping when it came to things like that. So they might have done it that way, or, you know, in another way somehow. But it's also another. I mean, the other significance of that mosque is it's the only mosque in Istanbul that actually has the call to prayer done in
airplane.
Well, yes, there is an airplane above, right on the flight path, but
that's how advanced stuff.
Right.
In Istanbul.
But not only that, it's the only mosque that doesn't have a megaphone used, and that makes it actually very interesting because they basically, you know, do the call to prayer in the old-fashioned
Vocals
style.
only.
Yep.
No
vocally,
electronics.
exactly.
No microphone.
And that mosque also has another significant side to it, and that's the significance of it being that it's also one of the mosques that has a lot of the Ottoman, what were known as the Sheikhul Islams, basically the religious leaders of the state. The clergy that was at the top of, you know, the peak of power per se in the Ottoman fold. So that also makes it a very different mosque compared to other mosques, and it has that specialty to it. So it's going to be interesting. I hope you like it. You know,
I hope. I'm interested. I'm
you know,
excited to see it. Let's see.
hopefully
how
so.
the vocals come out without microphone or without electronics.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
don't think we are going to hear anything.
well, you know, this area, Fatih, has so many mosques around. Like, you know, there's Yavuz Selim Mosque right back, you know, where we just were walking around. You know, there's an abundance of mosques, and you have this cacophony of, you know, call to prayers, you know, all across, you know, all these calls
And,
simultaneously.
and
Absolutely, and then you have the planes, the flight path.
So how are we going to hear it without the microphone?
Well, you know, we're gonna figure it out. You know,
I think,
let's see how good
I think it's going to be
eardrums are. I mean, it's gonna be a good ear test.
I think you know what's going to happen. They're going to have a pre-recorded event from the mic
Who knows?
You know?
We'll see.
and put it on the speakers.
Well, you know, they might have some loopholes to get around.
Yeah. It's pre-recorded, you know? Like it's not live, so it counts, right? Like,
Well, I don't know, but you know, the historical
but still,
significance.
We're gonna hear it from speakers.
Yeah.
I tell you.
But it's also a nice mosque in the sense that there's also a very cute, you know, architecturally cute sort of, you know, madrasa right close by it, like an old madrasa
What do you
being.
call that?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a seminary
It's like
basically.
university.
Well, they're seminaries.
It's
in
like
that
olden
sense.
times university, right?
Well, it wasn't really a university because the universities were in other locations, and you know.
Yeah, speak
Well, look, you know,
properly.
you see people fighting on the street.
Yeah, you gotta speak
Right?
properly over here.
Yeah, so. You see under the windows, see that's all Greek.
Oh my, look.
Bak şunu görüyor musun? Bak bu
That's it, gördüm.
what those are like little angels on the corners. Okay. Tamam. Tamam, şimdi camiye gitmemiz lazım.
Yes.
Hadi gel. Bir dakika şu. Selamünaleyküm. Ezanı burada megafonla söylemiyorlar değil mi İsmail Ağa Camii'nde? Yani
Elektronik.
elektronik.
Çoğu camilerde öyle.
Hayır ama burada öyle değil galiba.
Fazla yankı yapıyor.
Ha, ama nereden okuyorlar ezanı? Tepeden mi?
Neden okumuyor? Aşağıdan bir şey var, sistem var. Ondan yukarıya...
Mikrofonla mı okuyorlar?
Mikrofonla
Abi
söylüyor.
Bullshit.
Güzel abi,
Aa.
camilere mi çıkıyor adam?
Ha, bana birisi söyledi. Burada öyle yapmıyorlar. Ben geldim buraya yatsıya da hiç hatırlamıyorum.
Eskiden senin dediğin bizim çocukluğumuzda çıkıyordu.
Ha, biz de sırf o yüzden çekildik.
Abi sağlam sıktık ya videoda. Vallahi anlattık.
İstanbul tek şey.
Belgesel mi yapıyorsun?
Evet.
Yani
Ya şimdi hiç kimse yok. O tepeye çıkan yok.
Sen çık oraya.
Güzeldi abi.
Çık belgesel yapalım. Gel seni getirelim burada.
Değil mi? Tamam dur. Mardin'e gidelim çık.
Herkes bilmem bizden.
Baba çık orada oku ya.
Ya tamam okey. Sağ olasın.
Sağ ol.
We missed prayer time diyeceğim. Well we're late it seems but this is the cue. So yeah, so that's İsmail Ağa, as you can see. It's like a cube, you know what I mentioned, and the measurements are like the Kaaba's. And do you see?
It doesn't look like the Kaaba, man.
It doesn't look like it because it's not black, but
the
the measurements are the
okay.
same. And the whole aim of having those measurements, is basically to you know, emulate the Kaaba and have that feeling.
With the black people over
Yeah,
here.
and you see that window there? So they don't go up to the very top, but when there's a call to prayer, they just open that window and they shout out from there. Well, you're almost going to get run over by that truck.
No, man. So yeah, where are we now?
So we're.
Oh.
I just want to show you the entrance. You know, these are the Şeyhülislam's over here of Ismaila, and basically there's, you know, all their graves are here, and it's something that you'll really like. I'm sure you're gonna like it a lot. See, you know, you can see there's like Mehmet Şerif Efendi, Mesud Efendi. The most popular one is, like amongst them known, is Şeyhülislam Ebu İshak İsmail Efendi. Yes, yes, and he's the name of the mosque actually comes from him. I'd like to show you a gate.
Oh, what is that gate?
So, see this little door here.
Wait.
So this
Yes.
this is known as a çilehane. It's like a, you know, during Ramadan, the last 10 days of Ramadan is when they'll go inside this çilehane and they'll basically live there in penance, you know, for waiting for forgiveness of sins and the sort. And it's actually quite an interesting experience. And the reason why the entrance is made so low is for someone to leave their ego outside.
Wow.
And exactly, you know, it's leave their ego. Sorry for that. And to kind of leave their self and enter.
Be selfless.
Selfless, exactly, and enter here as a selfless character.